Carball. Hello, Axel. We're just getting things started. Can you guys let me know how the audio sounds? Do I sound okay compared to the game? Also have my co-commentator here, Mr. Zabaz.
Hello, it's me, Zambambo.
Let me know if Zabaz
Zamboni.
sounds too quiet. Often my co-commentator sounds too quiet. Everything sounds
Too
nice.
quiet? Am I too loud? Is my voice annoying?
Oh,
Is
it's
it not
just-
annoying enough?
Yeah, it's just, is it too nasally? Should we add more noses?
I can breathe. I can talk exclusively out my nose. if you would like. Hello.
I am regarded as one of the top Soul Calibur 6 commentators.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Habaduba.
Hello. It's just Habaduba. Okay, nothing special.
I just assume, anytime I see Habaduba's name, I kind of assumed and hoped that the name was pronounced like Habaduba.
Hababadu.
That's
The
what I wanted.
Hababadal snowman.
That's what I want it to be. Yeah, we're gonna get everything started. To give you guys an update, I've only heard / confirmed a handful of people so far from each team. I'm hoping it starts on time, but it's the Soul Calibur community. We can never know for sure. This is going to be Omega XEN's name, I don't know his name, team versus Stellar's team. I put Omega on player one side. They never agreed on it, so if Stellar wants to argue that he wants 1P, that is a-okay by me.
He should. He should ask what Kwong wants and then fight for that side.
Yeah, that's what I do all the time. I'm sure I've said it a million times before, but I will specifically take note as to which songs Boom hates the most, and I will specifically request those songs.
It's a strategy.
Yeah, because I don't.
Yeah, if they specifically want a side, fight them for it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything.
No, if you don't care what side you're on, fight them for it. If you win outside of the game, think about how well you'll be doing inside of the game. They'll be like, damn, they'll be thinking about that shit while you're playing. Even if you lose, they'll probably still be thinking about it, like how much of an asshole you are, you know?
Yeah, I mean, people think about that about me any old time.
Alrighty.
So, just, null-sum game.
Yeah. Exactly.
We endured the delay last time, we will endure this time. Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Lower your friend's voice just a bit. Okay, we should
Hold on. We should
say,
get this out of the way. Yeah, we should clear things up
Do
real
you
quick.
want to say it, or do I?
Yeah. Jay and I are not
We're
friends.
actually married. Oh, sorry. I didn't think that we were going.
Well, spoilers. We'll never call us friends.
This is actually why I decided to agree to stream this, just so you guys know.
So you could announce that we were married.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then.
Zaire, thanks for the follow. I hope your name is pronounced Zaire, like the country.
Like,
Wait, is it still called Zaire?
Zaire.
Or is it something else now? The country in Africa.
Dude, don't ask me those kinds of questions.
That stuff changes. No, it's the Republic of the Congo.
You can call him
Never mind.
Zed. All right, hello Zed.
Haven't heard from Stellar yet, which is a bit concerning, because, what with
He's
him
the
being
captain. It's his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's like 2 other Boominati League events happening.
Yeah. Those are going to be happening on Boom Stream.
Well, you gotta clarify, dude. I'm Canadian, all right.
Welcome to the stage of history.
Yeah, Boom had
Americans and
tweeted
Uzis.
it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to post this.
Post it. Let's look at it. Investigate
I think we're starting. I think this is like we're starting.
Okay, all right.
Well,
Do we know
la di
who's
da.
going
I
first?
definitely know that 8-Way is the first player for Team Omega XEM Cthulhu.
I'm gonna kill you!
Actually, hold on a second. I know you just lost the thingy,
I did.
but it will be back shortly.
Now,
Now you'll have the overlay. Oh man, they're going. Okay, you do commentary.
Gray's team and Nori versus Twice a Day.
Come play with
I thought Nori and Twice a Day team already fought, did they not?
Well, this is Team Omega versus Team Stellar. You're talking about like the link that I
Alright,
posted?
alright, they've 100% gone. They're starting.
Yeah, it's 8-way versus. I'm not sure who Stellar put up first. He didn't say.
Okay, well, we got 8-way versus Unknown.
Actually, this is definitely a button check. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good. I got a little bit scared there for a second.
Yeah, and then you just start doing the same move over and over again.
Who's a Grow player on Stellar's team?
Picking
None of them.
Yeah.
Stellar has Vesper, Xander, Deodan, and Cambosa. Okay, Stellar's about to... Okay, Deodan is going to be the first player. Okay, we're not actually starting officially just yet. 8-way's just now on the setup, and I probably Sweaty Spaghetti is the Grow player. Just getting used to it. Okay, I got a little bit scared that we were starting up a little bit too fast. But Deodan will be first player. So that's going to be Tira versus... Well, actually, these people have probably played against each other quite a few times.
Yeah, probably like a lot.
For a variety of reasons.
Yeah, for a plethora of reasons.
But I'll let them know.
For a
That will be-
thesaurus of reasons.
Yeah, we'll be good to go, and then we will vamp for a little while. And then
Yeah. It'll be a time. Well, I'm excited. I know you're, indifferent.
Alright, so yeah. Presumably Tira versus Amy, but then again, 8-way plays a variety of characters. I think Davidon plays like a handful of others, but she basically really only goes with Amy in these scenarios.
Well, you gotta think as well, like, if 8-way goes with a different character and then wins, he's locked into that character for at least one more game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, that is a factor.
It's one of the nice things about having a level of flexibility in your team is that you're able to throw someone in that can counter that player's either playstyle or character in some way. And that's why it's nice having, like, it's one of the best things I think about Omega XCM's team is he has so many people who play a variety of characters, and that's a big boost for him.
Yeah, definitely. Like, variety in this game can really be a boon for sure.
Especially
I
that
think,
the
like,
game has been out for so long, like, people have really understood what. But...
What's with, like, everyone picking Valdo up recently?
But wait, is this, like, a real match? I don't know
mean-
either of these players as Valdo players.
I mean,
And I thought that... Omega... Is this real?
look, they're doing something.
No, it's not real. Oh, okay. It can't be real. It can't be real. See, these are weird things, even for these players.
Right? These are weird players.
I think, are we...
I mean, they're kind of, like, doing...
Yeah, they're kind of doing stuff, but also, like... Again, I don't know who is who. I hope that they looked at, like, the names. I had Omega on P1. Stellar specifically asked for player 2.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm assuming this is not.
I assume
Yeah.
Sweaty is just, heading out. Maybe he doesn't realize. I might have to just straight up kick him off. I'll give it a few seconds. Okay, here we go. No, they should have gone back to the main menu, and they didn't. But maybe it'll be a-okay. It's alright, guys. It's a learning process for people who have done this a million times.
Yeah.
It probably
Yeah,
will
you know,
be
we're like
okay.
2 years in on this, and
Yeah, two years of straight parsec matches, you know. Hey, man.
you know, it happens. It is what it is. People be you know, not learning.
Oh wait, Sweaty Spaghetti is going to be up first for Omega's team.
Oh,
People are
well, all right then.
People are switching stuff up on me, my dude.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have a confirmed first order now?
Well, now I need to see if I can get Sweaty Spaghetti's name in the thing. Not really. Sweaty Spaghetti?
Who touching my spaghetti?
That's gotta be alright, right?
Sweaty Spag.
Spaghetti. If he riots, someone will let me know.
Sweaty Spaghead. These have shorter names, alright? That let it be known, ladies and gentlemen, at home. Have a shorter name. It's that simple. Right, Jay?
Oh, you're asking me to respond to something whilst I'm typing a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
no,
are
it's fine.
correct. I think the problem is that I did like the whole team name on top of things. Like I did Stellar OF for OnlyFans, but I don't have a way of shortening Cthulhu. I'm getting rid of the W.
Yeah, there you go.
Bam.
There you go. That actually looks like better now,
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, yeah.
right? Like this looks better. I agree with this. Well, all right. So I think we have this lined up now of Sweaty Spaghetti versus Deoden.
I
Who
believe
does
that
Sweaty
is the case, based on the
Spaghetti
lineups
play?
that were provided to me.
Is Sweaty Spaghetti a Keelik player?
He is a Grow player.
Grow player. Okay, well at least there's not another Keelik player in this.
Yeah, are there any Killick players?
Dude, there's so many Keelik players. Like this new wave of Soul Calibur. Is
No, I mean to say, are there any Killick
all.
players in this match specifically? Stella's team has
okay.
Vesper, Xander, Joe, Deoden, and Cambosa. Mega XCN has Nowo, Kashi, Rids, 8-Way, Sweaty Spaghetti. Nope.
No. Wow.
Do not
this,
believe so.
This is like the only time you'll see no Keelik player.
It's the only time in the world
Yeah.
that will ever be the case.
The only time in all of the Boominati League history for Boominati League Season 3?
This is the third one, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Season 3, where there will be no Keelik player on team battle. Don't look that up.
Well, now I'm curious how many Killick players there are just in general. Florida Man has 0. Zeph has Nelly.
And also Zeph.
Wow, okay, so we're gonna count that then. Brr, brr. You know, Draythion's a Killick player.
Dude, Zeph's Keelik's pretty nice, though.
Yeah, it is. Dre has Breadmaster.
Yeah.
Twice has Twice. And Party Wolf. He will never
Yeah.
he will never remove himself from that character.
Yeah.
Rich Sticks has Mind Wolf.
Yeah.
Nori has Cranflakes.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone.
No, there's a whole
Nah,
Hibachi.
don't even try it. Don't even try to hover over Killick. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, there's also Hibachi.
Hibachi?
Hibachi.
How did I miss him? Where was he?
Mm.
Why can't I... Why am I bad at, like, looking up words?
Isn't he on, like, Nori's team or something?
No.
Oh.
He's on Bozo's team. There
Oh,
it is.
There you
Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, here we go.
go. Yeah, okay, Grove versus Amy. Jay, how you feeling about Grove versus Amy?
I used to feel like this matchup was heavily in Amy's favor, and now I believe it is 5-5.
Okay. What made you feel that way?
All the nerfs that she got. all the nerfs made it so that it is significantly easier to try and combat with Amy in the neutral game. especially the ones to 3A. And Gro got a lot of buffs, including one of the most egregious buffs in the entire game, 1A slide B, which blows my mind.
Yeah, let's just make a low that wasn't really like a threat and make it into a unreactable 50-50 now.
Yeah, I don't understand. To the same level, the most egregious buffs in the entire game, in my opinion, were that, Nightmare getting Soul Attack whilst in Soul Charge, and Purple Amy getting RIs. But okay, he's getting his first real huge piece of damage here, immediately into 1A, catching the mid parry, going for a grab. A very quintessential, traditional mix from Gro that now is putting Deodin at only 2 roses and losing the first round.
Yeah, Deodin was looking strong in like the beginning of that round, like nice matches on some of the stance pressure, but now Sweaty Spaghetti is just like thrown Deodin like 3 times in a row. Oh, this is 3rd rose at least.
Yeah, that's... Okay, we got it. Now, I would
right.
say that you probably need to spend meter almost like immediately to try and like come up with a comeback. The problem is, you gotta deal with Gro Soul Charge.
Yeah.
And that stings.
Well, you know, that wasn't the worst thing that could happen there.
Oh, very fantastic defensive game plan. Yeah, unfortunately, it is important to note that when Amy goes for the 4-4B plus K, the Rose Throw, in Soul Charge, boy oh boy, you are extending your hurt box to the size of the Earth, so you'll tend to be trading, if not just being beat out. And one of the real tough issues about getting 4 Roses with Amy is that you're no longer able to break grabs. And isn't that unfortunate? There we go! Hey, how'd you do it?
You literally cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Coming back now, right? These roses put in work. Oh, okay, I like it.
Ooh.
Putting on that pressure, and there we go. Sweaty Spaghetti gets caught trying to... Did he get out of Soul Charge?
He ended up trying to Soul Charge in the place where you cannot. There is only a 1-frame gap between AMS B and B. So it's definitely a very typical kind of situation to happen. So yeah, this is where it gets kind of tough. So Sweaty Spaghetti's going to have to try and make this Gro Soul Charge last a lifetime. And, you know, it already kind of lasts a lifetime in and of itself. Oh, Deodin decides to spend bar there. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, keeps the pressure up,
All
I
right,
guess.
well.
I mean, it's working.
Yep.
It's working, Jay. It's working. And Sweaty Spaghetti, he's trying to mash, and he gets clipped.
It is important to note that if Gro is in Soul Charge, you are able to get like a free RI and get rid of that string. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Now we've got bar for bar. Ooh, almost got it.
Yeah, okay. Mashing on the delay is Sweaty Spaghetti going for another throw. I swear Deodin's only broken like 1 throw.
Yeah, there was that one, and it was enough to be like, oh man, what am I to do now? Wow, that actually combo.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Ow, what
go
a
again.
greedy person. It's not enough to deal with the Soul Charge. Now you still have to deal with that Gro Soul Charge. How are you going to do it?
Yeah, he's got that soul attack as well, so like
There it
whip,
is.
but it's not gonna matter. The patience in Deodin.
Really
Delay
feel
slightly.
like Sweaty Spaghetti should have just Soul Charge activated it at a moment's notice. But that's one of the tough things about dealing with Amy is that you obviously have to do it in a way where you get that burst, right? Or else you're just getting rid of all of your initiative. But if she just backs all the way away, then you have to get in against 4AA in order to even activate Soul Charge. It can be very difficult to deal with.
Yep. Okay. Nice. Getting the hit there. Doesn't get anything off the oak situation, but still huge damage here.
Oh man, Deodin's going
What
for
we've
like the
seen-
hard reads, wake up low parry.
Yeah, I think this is how like that game, round 1 of game 1 kind of started too. Deodin had a pretty sizable lead, and then Sweaty Spaghetti was able to come back, which is getting like a bunch of throws in a row. But Deodin trying to make that not happen, and that throw reset is gonna get it.
Yeah, AMSB is one of those things that takes a lot of time to try and figure out how to deal with, because you can technically mash pretty easily against AMSB cancel, but obviously if you do that, AMSBB is going to be catching you. It's just that more often than not... Wow, what a low parry! That was so good, it's going to give her all 4 red roses, shutting me right the hell up. Tons of meter advantage on top of things.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Huge damage here as well. Getting knocked down. What's the wake up situation? Oh, gets the 4A, catches the step, and the backswing blow from Deodin. Deodin coming back huge after getting that red rose perception in game number 1. Has won like every single round since, basically.
I just can't believe these wake up low parries. Like, what a read. Man, and Sweaty Spaghetti, again, that is a Soul Charge safe string. Actually, is that a kill? No, it's not. Okay. But, yeah, that is a safe to Soul Charge string. You can't be trying to press Soul Charge in that situation. That was very scary. The back grab yet again, taking out Amy's first soul charge. Still has quite a ways to go, and this is the thing, it's just like, Red Rose Amy, you're going to be losing out in a lot of situations, in terms of the mix-ups, in terms of the neutral. It's very difficult to deal with this nickel and dime character.
Definitely, and Theoden's getting a lot of these opportunities, right? I feel like Sweaty Spaghetti isn't really able to capitalize the same, like putting on a lot of pressure when Amy's at her weakest, but as soon as Theoden's powered up, like, it's just getting clipped on so many of these situations, trying to challenge in these places with the wrong option. Oh my god, that was
the
so
high
sick
parry
from
on the
Theoden.
lightning slash, Jesus Christ, and that's gonna be it.
Wow.
Wow, these reads in the first game are making a statement here, my dude.
That was crazy. The low parry earlier on in this game, number 2, getting 2 red roses for that red rose perception, and then right there, just okay, you soul charge. All right, take this high parry. Like, what an insane call out.
Yeah, that was insane because, like, that's a situation where typically Grow players right off the bat will go with an immediate lightning slash or a 2A plus B, right? And if it was the 2A plus B, you were dead. You don't have RIs, so, like, what are you gonna do? Man, oh man. That was some crazy stuff. So, okay, let's see who Kwong is sending up next. Next player. Do you want to guess who it's going to be?
Was it 8-way?
It is not 8-way. Unfortunately, 8-way in the chat gave it away, so I can't do any funny business, but it is going to be...
Oh, Kashi.
Kashi.
Oh, well, hey. Kashi, definitely a great player to be sending in to try and rack some damage, get some games on the board for your team. Kashi's been in like the online era of Soul Calibur, which has been basically most of its life at this point.
Yeah.
Kashi's been putting in a lot of work.
He's one of those people who has definitely gone in with quite a lot of power during, like, there's like an era of players who have come up during the online specific days. Like, CJ is just along that cusp, but Kashi and Noo came along that, less than Lee came along in these situations, so yeah, a lot of strong stuff. Now, this is a button check. He did say that this was going to be a button check right off the bat.
Yeah, so
I find that Kashi has a handful of characters. Honestly, I would not consider Mitsurugi to be a good character to go against Amy, just in terms of the matchup. I know he plays Mina, though he hasn't played Mina in a while.
Yeah, Kashi did an interesting kind of transition, right? You see a lot of people going and, like, picking Mina, right, from, like, their other characters that they had. Kashi did the opposite. You know, he started off as a Mina player, and then didn't like how he was playing and, like, how Mina made him play. So then he picks up Mitsurugi and continues to do work with them. Like,
it's honestly very similar to Noo's path. I mean, they're the same person, so I guess it's not, like, the craziest thing in the world. But yeah.
Yeah, like they both like were these Mina players and, like, you know, doing a lot of work with the characters, you know, super powerful and everything, but yeah, they transition to these characters that are making them play the game differently, and they're still putting in the work. Like, Kashi still does a lot of really good things, and Mitsurugi is a character that struggles quite a lot in Soul Calibur 6 in the current state of the game, right? Like, he has a lot of big faults. Like,
this matchup specifically, Mitsu and Amy, that is a real tough one for Mitsu, in my opinion. The only person I've seen be able to perform it appropriately is Skill, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, you know, the Mitsurugi, he's definitely, like, his critical edge is really good, not as good as it used to be. You know, it used to be 12 frames, now it's 14, but, you know, still really, really solid move. His soul charge is, like, amazing, but...
Once you get in.
Once you get in it, right? Like, you have to get into soul charge, and, like, yeah, it's amazing. You have, like, the best 50-50 in the game, basically. But outside of that, like, he's got, like, some okay tools, but he really, like, struggles to contain step. You know, his side step is horrible. Great back step, but definitely has some big weaknesses. And his range isn't, like, amazing either.
It's maybe some of the worst neutral that you have in this game, which, if anything, makes Kashi even more surprising, because he has the ability to make, like, these pixel-perfect sidesteps that make it actually seem like the character is immensely powerful in that regard, which I find very impressive. Now, in a matchup like this is, for Amy at least, just about trying to get those roses, and then you can immediately play the super lane game. Whether Theoden will play it like that, I don't know. Currently, she's not even really getting her combos appropriately, so, you know, hey, fantastic punish on that duck on the 6A hold.
Yeah. 6A plus B, definitely. You gotta be getting those if you're Mitsurugi on your from crouch punishes.
Important to
Gotta
note,
jump that
Daoden
damage.
did break a back grab right off the bat. Typically, you break forward against Mitsurugi, so it's an important piece of information for Kashi to have. Currently, he's all about that G button, this kind of sight I have not seen in a long time. Oh, he was...
But the 2B, that was like such insane patience from Kashi there. Like, I was just standing there, I didn't even know what to say. Like, he was just blocking it out. Like, he was okay with the situation that he was in.
Alright, getting 3 red roses, losing the first round. I actually consider that to be a bit of a tie, especially in a matchup like this. Ends up taking his I-12 punch. Honestly, if he had decided to drop it just to get better frame advantage for his own mix, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Look at this damage potential, like, just like going through the roof once Amy gets that red rose perception, but getting clipped. Now the Sure Blade from Kashi is gonna be insane damage on that I-12 260 plus K that he has now.
That 1BB going immediately into Soul Attack. Dead to this mix. Dead it is. So ended up having to spend that bar, but Amy is probably a significantly better meter builder than Mitsurugi is. Oh,
Yeah,
not blocking
like
those
the
1As though is kind of a problem.
Yeah, even with the buffs that Mitsurugi got to his meter build, like with like his command grabs and stuff, building it, it's still not great.
Difficult to beat a character who, when they complete their ramp mechanic, just basically gets a free bar.
Yeah.
That is hard. Nice. Crouch punish. Testing out the 6BB. And see, this is the thing. Trying to compete against 4AA is very, very difficult. Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. Those sidesteps, those pixel-perfect sidesteps, very, very impressive. Because Mitsu's sidestep is terrible.
It's one of the worst.
Yeah, to be able to sidestep a move that is notorious for catching sidesteps to such a significant degree, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like super insane. What's with the samurais in this game both having terrible sidesteps and amazing backsteps?
Who's the other samurai? Aswell?
Oh, Kamaru.
Oh. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have that great of a sidestep. I don't know why him, but the other... When I think of other terrible sidesteps, I think of Aswell, so it's like, you know, they both have sidestep lethal hits, so that's why they decided to do it. I don't really know if it's enough of a... because I hate 2-2-A lethal hit from Mitsu. I think it's really bad, but that's not it.
It's nowhere. It's not quite the same. Oh, nice! Getting the B slide A is Kashi. Going for that 3BB, but oh! There we go, mix up this time.
Oh, okay, didn't kill. We're in the exact same situation we were before when that A-Rev didn't work. Or didn't kill. Yeah, but
Oh, the
slight
sidestep on the back turn
Yeah.
B plus K. That move is also like a notorious, like, you did anything killer.
Yeah, back turn B plus K after AMSA and Soul Charge is actually deceptively not that great in frame. Like, you would think it's a situation where it's effectively a force block, but especially in a place like Parsec, you're going to be able to sidestep a back turn B plus K in that situation pretty much every time. She does not have the frames to really instill a level of pressure in that regard. Good luck. Good luck trying to get that 2-2A to whip punish an Amy thing.
Nice. The full crouch 3K from Daoden. I thought getting that whip punish.
Yeah, it's really good, but also when you don't have red roses, it kind of sucks. She could have been at 2. She could have just gone with the Wall Rising BB instead, but she went for the max damage, which is unfortunately just not that max of damage.
Yeah, especially when you don't have your ramp mechanic. You mentioned
Yeah.
before. Nice punish again with that 6A plus B. Kashi on point with those. Like, definitely not a traditional kind of you block something while blocking low type of punish. So like, getting that muscle memory in there.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, the 6A plus B is the quintessential punish on something like that, and we're just getting into what ends up potentially killing an Amy player when they just don't have roses that, like, honestly, Amy probably hit Mitsu just about as many times as he hit her, and Mitsu had 75% life and Amy was dead.
Yeah.
This is why getting that ramp mechanic is so important, but yeah, Daoden's just struggling to understand what she's supposed to do. Yeah, step ducks all day, every day.
Yeah, she can't really continue the same way without that red rose perception, right? She doesn't have that 4AA, which is a huge boon for her. She doesn't get that damage for, like, de-incentivizing you. Oh my god!
Oh boy, oh
Out of
boy,
all of the
gotcha.
side steps on, like, hard-to-step verticals we've seen, that happens?
Yeah, I wouldn't... Typically speaking, I don't really consider Mitsu's 3B as, like, one of those moves that's impossible to sidestep or anything, so I actually find that to be pretty surprising.
I mean, she did step it to, like, the strong side, but, like, still.
Yeah. Still surprising.
Yeah, like, you know, like, that's, like, the one cool... one thing I find interesting about Soul Calibur and, like, neat is that, like, characters have dominant hands and stuff like that, and, like, they do certain moves in certain ways, so it's like, yes, this move is better to this side, and, like, this character, for the most part, is weaker in their vertical tracking to this side because of like the dominant hand type of thing. So,
Do you want to take a guess as to who the next player is going to be on Stellar's team?
on Stellar's team, nope.
Do you want a hint?
Yep.
There it is.
Huh?
Check out the overlay.
C. Cambosa.
Yeah.
Okay. I looked at my Discord. I'm like, what do you mean? I was looking at like your like DM.
Man, you would be
like,
terrible in an escape room.
there it is. I'm just like,
What are you talking about?
I'm standing in the corner. What?
Like, I just literally was like, do you want a hint? And Zubaz was like, yeah, sure. And then I, like, point directly at the thing that he needs to look at. And then nothing happens. I look back at Zubaz, and he punches me in the face. And he's like, what are you talking about, you rude, stupid nerd? Get out of my face.
Yeah, that's exactly how. That's exactly what happened the first time we ever met.
Yeah. I really
like,
didn't
hey,
like the fact that you
Zubaz.
were so violent towards me.
Yeah, I don't know what came over me. I was in New York, and like that energy just took me.
Yeah, the violent attitudes that you see defend the North. You were irritated with the fact that they were calling New York the North.
Yeah,
So
and then
that's
you
what
know
it was
Canada
about.
came through. I didn't, but Canada did.
Yes, 8-way. This is in fact a button check. Hopefully Kashi will be able to tell. I always just kind of presume that if somebody is currently in the server, they're probably not going to see me or understand that it is a button check if I try to notify them. But 8-way, if you can do it, more power to you.
Yeah, I think it's definitely good to.
Plus, it's kind of obvious when a button check is happening. Like, I think people like kind of gather what's going on pretty shortly.
Yeah, except for those two idiots at the beginning of the stream who didn't know what was happening.
Now, see, this is a quintessential Cambosa. What are you doing? You're not online. This is a Parsec server. You do not have to kill yourself. You see, guys. This is a matter of understanding tournament stuff. What you have to do is you have to pause immediately because all Kashi is doing is turning this into an execution check. Do not allow players to take button checks and turn them into execution checks because that's just allowing your opponent to get warm with stuff that they're going to do. Woz would always do that. Woz would always do that in 5. He would take the button check time to like try Just Range Twister like 80 times in a row. If he gets every Just Range Twister, there is no way I'm going to win. So I just immediately will pause and I'll be like, we're good, right? You just tested out that button like 8 times in a row, so you're good.
Yeah, it's the Mewtwo King. Like, don't let this man don't let this man tech check for like 8 minutes.
Mewtwo King is so obnoxious about it. He will literally go until someone stops him. Like, he'll literally go for like 20 minutes on stream, like on the stage. And it's just like, ugh, anyway. My memories of my days in the Smash community are not ones I like to relive.
Alright, well, we got Kashi versus Cambosa going in here. Cambosa off to an early lead right now, taking advantage of the poor horizontal control that Mr. Riki does have. He's getting decent sidestep with punches.
That was a fantastic 6A plus B punch. I do appreciate the fact that Kashi has every single optimal punish that is available to him against his opponent's character. That's really important stuff, and it's something that I think a lot of Mitsu players end up missing. Getting some meter here off of that command grab. He's got that stage control. Cambosa's just going to eat a whole bunch of damage on the ground. Is he dead? Yes, he is! What an optimal combo! Making sure, like, normally that's not going to combo due to the fact that it has too much pushback on the ground, but the wall is there, so he's going to get that optimal wall combo.
Oh, nice Regi as well, but doesn't take his advantage. Just trying to space it out, trying to get something.
Yeah, you can see Cambosa immediately trying to sidestep away from that ring edge because it honestly totally killed him in that last round.
Yeah, it did. 100% did. Yeah, if he wasn't near that ring edge,
Yeah,
that combo wouldn't have killed. But now we're right back into it. Nice, Jock. Gonna get the whip punch with the critical edge. Kashi, came back super clutch in that first round and had a pretty dominant round number 2.
I mean, he has a lot of active defense going on, and I think Cambosa is just a little bit too cold at the moment. He's letting situations that are things like AA, putting him at neutral on hit, instead of getting something like a BK, which would put him at, like, I think it's a +8 or something like that. And I just feel like we need a little bit more optimization on Cambosa's side, because Kashi is being crazy active and getting a ton of damage when he's right.
Yeah, he is. And Kashi defense, as you mentioned before, like, it's just been so solid from what we've seen so far. Like, this guy has really amped up his defensive game, and the offense coming through.
A man after my own heart doing Mitsu 236B charge over and over again. And I gotta say, Kambosos is probably shaking his head because it was like, in both times, Kashi decided to go for, on post GI, a 236B charge. The first time, Cam did a GI, but it was too slow, so he ended up getting hit by it. And the second time, he ended up just like, okay, he's going to do 236B charge again, so I'm just going to block. And then he still had to eat it, and that sucks. Yeah. I wonder, I'd be willing to bet that's the reason why Kambosos is sitting on rematch as opposed to just immediately clicking into it, just to make sure he understood what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, while rising B, throwing out some more buttons instead of just kind of waiting around. Oh man, if he had counter hit confirmed that he was dead.
Throwing it though, he gets him 2-2K, hitting him again, trying to get him with a frame trap on that 2A, but Kambosos being a little bit patient, now chasing him down. Kuda got the game with the 3B, but it's okay. Finishes him off with the single B.
Very, very difficult to try and end out a match against Cassandra when you only have like one piece of health left to go. Obviously not impossible. We kind of saw Kashi do that not that long ago. But okay, we're getting a little bit warmer. We're like throwing out some more buttons. We're actually getting a little bit more damage. Ends up kind of throwing out the exact same kind of thing that kind of destroyed him in the first game, but it ends up working this time.
Gets the punish on hit as well. 1 KB from Mitsuri. You definitely does a lot of damage, but minus 14 on hit and pretty much get punished every single time.
Kind of like intentionally dropped the I-12 punish to potentially go for a grab that would have won, but now you got to deal with this Mitsu Soul Charge. You kind of ran right up into one of the best mix-up characters in the game. I don't know, dude. I feel like stepping away. I mean, Cassandra's movement's pretty good. I feel like that playing a more defensive playstyle once Mitsu activated Soul Charge was the way to go.
Definitely, and that's that mix-up Soul Charge we were talking about before, and like how powerful it is for coming in here tied up on 1 round apiece. Kambosos has a big meter advantage. I like to see him maybe, try and make something happen with that in this round. He's kind of down on it right now, but this could be a huge comeback. Getting that back turn throw, just like that, he is a life lead.
Oh, and I think that's it, isn't it? No, he's not going to get the combo. The combo just drops instead of working. That kind of sucks. Okay, good. That's a very, sigh heavily kind of moment there. I don't know why that combo ended up dropping, but that's neither here nor there now.
So in the lead. Got hit on an air hit, 3B. Okay, this throw. Gonna do a decent chunk of damage. Gonna be trying to even out this life bar.
Yeah, ends up taking that. 12. So we're gonna go into an immediate Soul Charge. This is kind of the meter that you were talking about. I kind of wish it happened a little bit earlier, but it still has plenty of time now.
Yeah, then he's backing away right now. Oh my god, he catches the approach with the 6-6 but Kambosos still has a little bit of Soul Charge left to go. Has no more resources other than that one last bar. Is he gonna try and close it out with that? Gets the counter hit into the combo. One more mix-up opportunity, but the wake-up sidestep.
It's just really tough, right? Because it's just like, I don't think that even if Kambosos hard read that sidestep, I don't think that Mitsu was dead even still. It was just so much life to try and make that kind of comeback, especially once Soul Charge was finished. It's just Cassandra doesn't necessarily have that level of damage on certain situations. Getting the 2-2K, catching the Soul Charge, so he's going to be at a distinct disadvantage for the rest of this. Yeah, immediate Soul Charge, that makes a lot of sense. Getting out of that spot, ends up getting smacked by the shield over and over again.
Okay, Kambosos, he tied it up. What was it? Pretty substantial, like over 2 nice to life, but just runs up, gets him with the 3BB, and just like that, Kashi taking it 2-0.
That Soul Charge activation was really bad. That Soul Charge activation. So I think what he was ending up thinking was like, okay, Mitsu's in Soul Charge, and oh hey, I got like a handful of hits. This is really good, right? Now I'm in a situation where I could potentially activate my Soul Charge and then kill him before he gets an opportunity to use his next bar. But as he was thinking that, he backed up so he didn't get his burst as opposed to moving forward. Had he moved forward, that Soul Charge was great. But he didn't, so everything died.
Yep. Because like Soul Charge Quake, every character does have a different size of their Soul Charge Quake. I believe Cassandra's is pretty decently sized.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Amy or anything, but
none of them are like Amy.
Yeah.
Ivy's the smallest.
If you block the Nightmare, I believe is the smallest, him and Ivy. But yeah, if you block it, it's neutral on block, which Kambosos has an I-10, Kachi does not, so you'd be a little bit of an advantage there. But if you get it on hit, it's +8. But if you whiff it, you can't get punished for it, but you are guaranteed to be in a 50-50.
it's such a rough situation. It's not even necessarily 50-50 because technically you've got things like GIs and RIs that you can do, but the fact of the matter is you're in a heavy disadvantage situation.
Yeah.
But okay, it looks like it's going to be Vesper coming up this time round. Vesper's going to be asking for a button check as per usual.
We got Nightmare coming through.
Last time Vesper was on this Parsec server, I believe it was when he was able to knock out Dexus in the NLBC.
Was that Vesper or was that Xander?
That was Vesper, yeah.
That was Vesper? Okay, wow, yeah, Vesper.
I was very impressed, especially with the fact that Vesper was able to beat out Dexus's Grow as well.
Yes.
Not just his Siegfried over and over again, but the Grow is tend. And I mean, a special shout-outs to Dexus as well, being able to compete with such a distinct disadvantage. I mean, his ping wasn't like the worst in the world. It was about equivalent to like the West Coast. I don't know how certain players in the UK are able to pull that off, but that's the way it is. It's pretty intense stuff. Vesper's going to be doing a button check, and I believe Kashi needs to figure out a potential issue with his connection onto the server. So while that's happening, I should also mention, I did see that we got a gifted sub earlier today. I should mention that for every single sub that we end up getting during these Parsec streams, I will donate an additional $1 to the Matcherino once everything is said and done. If you guys are interested in donating to the Matcherino as it stands, I do have a link for that. Assuming it comes up, there it is. You'll also see that the donation goal for the Parsec server costs were covered. Special thanks to people like Carl and Graffiti Souls for helping out with stuff like that. Actually, I think Graffiti Souls just ended up donating a huge amount to the Matcherino, but one way or another, the amount of money that is donated off of this stream specifically for the Parsec stuff is going to be going directly to covering Parsec server costs, and then once that is all finished, the additional money is going to be sent out to the Matcherino once everything is said and done. Just so you guys know.
Yeah. Thank you guys all so much for your support. You know, these Parsec streams, they're not free, but you guys keeping it rocking for us, making it available for us to do, to give you guys this amazing content, giving these players best possible competitive environment in the online world we're living in. Yeah, Kashi versus Vesper are going to be coming up. Jay, how are you feeling about Mitsurugi versus Nightmare?
I mean, I'm just not a fan of Mitsu in general in this game.
Yeah.
I think he has a real rough spot. Nightmare versus Mitsu. I doubt that armor is like the hardest thing in the world for Mitsu to deal with. It's just like a backdash that rivals his own backdash is one that is specifically pretty difficult.
Yeah, I know, like 1A can be decent if you're like against like an AGA heavy Nightmare, if you're able to get that read. But and he can't punish it either, so like that can be kind of annoying. But the amount of damage per engagement that Nightmare can just dish out is like double what Mitsurugi does. Like when he has Paracharge, it's just no contest for the damage difference.
And it's also the ring out potential too. Mitsu's is nothing to scoff at, but it's pretty tough. Ooh, an optimal fancy schmancy wall combo, ending up going into the reset, but a 3AA maxes out, levels up the same amount of damage.
Yep. Just like a straight up 3AA on hit.
Oh, almost getting that potential wall hit there. Going for the 1A is going to be unpunishable for Nightmare. Yeah, you might as well, right?
I like that he's Grim striding forward to like get like some kind of pressure, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Take that -12 and just kind of see what your opponent's doing to react, trying to challenge the vertical. Okay, nice, hitting him. The missed K.
Taking it very slowly. Both Vesper and Kashi taking it very slowly. Arguably, this is a Nightmare server. Honestly, a stage like this, I honestly don't know which character wants to back up more often. It's actually kind of tough. A small stage like this, Nightmare probably in the lead with regards to his ring out carry. Oh, he got the duck on the low, but ends up getting smacked by the high. That didn't end up panning out very well. Fantastic punish coming up here.
Oh, getting a 6K, and that's going to be it. Kashi turning that one around off that drop combo.
Playing it so slowly, not even really being aggressive whatsoever, just kind of like running in and doing small things over and over again. Yeah, and these 1As are kind of a terror. Again, Vesper unable to punish that sort of thing. Maybe he has to like reversal edge it on reaction? I don't know. That's well, that's obviously not a good idea because you have 1AB. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess you just kind of deal with it.
Yeah, it's just that's just the name of the game when you play Nightmare.
Maybe you try and jump it on reaction, I guess. Ooh, gonna get clipped with 3BB and Soul Charge. Gonna do a solid chunk of damage here into the mix-up, but he blocks it! Goes for the throw. Oh,
It's a huge amount of whip punish
Oh,
right
he didn't
here.
have Soul Charge anymore.
I wonder if we're going to be... Is he going to try to kill with... So this is the problem, right? Is that, like, now you're dead to kind of like any mix, but you also had to get through the gauntlet that... Wow, he was expecting that 2A to kill! And now, if he's anything like me, he's not going to have a game plan afterwards. You're cornered, I like it. Oh, and he got the B grab! He's dead, dude! You didn't break back? I don't know, man.
Either one killed there.
Oh, either one killed? Okay.
Yeah. He died either way. It's like, I feel like maybe he was one step ahead on like, okay, I know maybe, you know, he has like that. He's
The reverse mix-up?
Yeah, the reverse. And then like Kashi do the level 1 or the level 3. You never know.
Vesper deciding to change the stage. Gets about as neutral of a stage as possible.
Yeah.
This is going to provide both characters to walk around a little bit more, which is probably in Nightmare's favor. Because Nightmare's range is potentially too hard for Mitsu backdash to handle. That's very much not the case for Nightmare's backdash against Mitsu pokes. Wow, just on hit from 2-2A, he deals with Grimstride with 1K. I appreciate it. Wow, that was the heaviest punish humanly possible.
It was almost. If he didn't do that jump,
yeah,
then yeah, he would have been eating like an insane amount of damage. Wow, sidesteps the 3-3K there, and you know Vesper, he's trying to catch the step with the 3-3 and 9-9Ks, but he's doing it the wrong way. He's not going with Kashi's step; he's going against it, so making it way easier for Kashi to actually step around it.
Vesper being incredibly aggressive on Wake Up. He ended up doing like a full crouch 2B in the last round, and then he immediately starts with a grab this time around. Going with a 1A, I assume that's an input error, but I'm not 100%. These 1KBs are terrorizing Nightmare right now. Yeah, so you just can't... Vesper seemingly having a real tough time understanding these awkward timinged 2As once they go up against each other. It's kind of like they're both running up to a kind of mid-range and just seeing who gets a counter hit first, and it's been Kashi every time.
The witch hunt though, unrolling around on the ground. Okay, just like that. Look, he's got hit 3 times and his health bar is depleted entirely.
Oh, wow, I don't think either Well, Vesper wasn't aware that he was back turn there, but... It definitely seemed like Kashi was aware that that was the case. Trying to deal with... Okay, immediately going into Soul Charge. Makes sense. He's got a lot of rounds for him. So even if this doesn't work, which it could work on just this one mix, he ends up being wrong. Nightmare going into Soul Charge to try and get him away.
Oh, he didn't get the punish! And Kashi clips him out. Kashi taking it 2-0 versus Vesper. I felt like Vesper really... left a lot on the table, right? It felt like he was just starting to get going.
Yeah.
Just starting to get ramped up. And it wasn't quite in time, right? Kashi able to just get a second win real quick, keeps it clutch, and takes it clean 2-0.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. We've definitely seen Vesper play better, it just wasn't his day, and this is one of the things that I think I talked about with Link the last time I did one of these, is that one of the problems, one of the issues that people have in a place like this is you're dealing with something, so it's like, okay, you're on Stellar's team, right? You're just about to go up. Joe is about to go up, right? Yeah. Joe is cold. He didn't get an opportunity to play on the server beforehand, so he's not entirely familiar with what his connection is going to be like. He is playing against somebody who has played 3 full sets in a row now, so Kashi is more... It could not be warmer. And so, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Joe is going to be going with a button check right off the bat.
Calendar is a very momentum-heavy game, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're feeling yourself, right? And you're kind of in like that zone. You can be really difficult to beat. You know, it is a real thing, like kind of coming in cold, right? You're kind of just like trying to figure things out. Kashi, you know, he's warm, kind of all these victories he has. His mindset's good. He's winning. He's feeling alive, and then you got to come in there and fight that. Like, that's not easy.
Yeah, an
aggressive right a couple times.
An aggressive game, an aggressive character like Mitsu, you could blink. And, like, you were wrong 2 or 3 times when you were just feeling too slow, not ready up to snuff, you lost the first game.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened with Vesper.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened with Vesper. Like, it honestly didn't seem like Vesper was really playing all that badly. He was just playing a little bit too slowly, and that's what ended up happening. Joe, come on, I just talked about this. Don't let Kashi do this. No, Joe, just test your buttons and then immediately pause. What are you doing? He's gonna get all his just frames, my dude. What are you doing? No.
Yeah.
Are we dealing with a situation? So Kashi's never gonna pause. He's just gonna button check the entire time. He's gonna execution check the entire time. Joe needs to figure this out. The only reason why Joe will lose this set 2-0 is because of this. Mark my words.
Yeah.
100% guaranteed. Come on, Joe,
Now
you
he's
can figure
getting
it out.
Oh, now he's getting them.
Oh,
There
here
you
we
go,
go,
there you
man. Almost a full round of getting the opportunity to do an execution check on a move he has not used in the real game yet.
Right.
But okay,
Right.
Mitsu versus
When it
Aswell.
happens, though, he's gonna hit.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so crazy, and if it doesn't, then what a waste of time this guy is.
Yeah. Alright, so coming in here, we're on the desert stage, okay.
It should be noted that this is effectively the ace. This is a 5v5 today. It's not a 6v6. So Kashi one game away from taking it to Stellar the captain.
Joe is the ace of this game?
I think at the moment because the actual ace had to drop out, or he was the actual ace and I'm lying. No, yeah, Joe's the actual ace.
Okay.
Actual ace. Man, he's gone into every single weapon so many times. He almost ended up not getting that combo, but man, that sword BB hitting on the ground pretty quickly. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Aswell's still a very powerful character, even in the end of Season 2 here, well, I guess, like, the final patch of the game.
Yeah. Now, I have been told by a handful of Aswell players that this matchup feels virtually unwinnable for Aswell. I think those Aswell players are wrong, and I think that's a stupid take. But I can see why it might be a little bit difficult to deal with a character like this.
And, you know, Mr. Reed doesn't really have to worry too much about, like, his poor sidestep control, because Aswell's side move is not that good! And you know what is really good, though, Jay? That critical edge.
It's very satisfying, right?
Yeah.
When you're dealing with somebody who's notorious for pulling off these scumbag tactics to just punish him so heavily, that's the kind of thing that you get on Parsec. I always try to find an opportunity during these things to talk about the differences between traditional net play kind of games and what you tend to see on Parsec.
Look at him, he's blocking these 1As,
Yeah,
he's
dude.
blocking all this stuff.
Does he get a max punish here? Oh, an interesting choice. It's like he kind of decided that that was the optimal punish, and then decided against it. I feel like Mitsu can get more. I might be wrong. Oh no!
Oh my
Joe!
god, he just walked into it.
He just kind of like stood there. He like moved forward a little bit to get a different punish. Meanwhile, you just gotta catch that to the side, my dude. And then you can get like, you know, it's probably like Axe 3BB. Good punish.
Sure. AB. Okay, into the axe low. He's gonna have no weapon here. What's he gonna go for? He's probably going for axe, right? No
Sword! So going for sword. Into Axe. Haha, it was the mix
Yeah.
the whole time. I appreciate the turnaround K from Mitsu to try and utilize the fact that Aswell Axe wants to go for a mix-up as opposed to going for a traditional poke, which is the way that you're going to potentially punish that. Soul Charge versus Soul Charge here.
I like that he was waiting
It worked? How? Did it say counter? Did it say run counter?
I think it did.
Well-
I think he didn't expect that to... I didn't even expect that to have that much range.
I mean, the range isn't the thing that I was surprised by. The thing that I'm kind of surprised by is that I still don't think this is a good idea. Because now you're dealing with a distinct meter disadvantage. A huge one. So, I mean, cool. But if I'm oh, wow. Okay,
well,
so
hey,
this
no,
was the
never
plan. This was the plan the whole time. What? Wait!
Alright.
Ah, yes,
okay.
everything falling into Kashi's mind freak.
Kashi was the 300 IQ.
Now, this is the kind of thing that you can get on Parsec.
Yep.
You definitely never see
this-
random bullshit
Oh
on
my
netplay.
God.
Okay, Kashi
Locked.
taking that first game. None of that made sense.
That was... Okay. Well,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know.
Hail. God, this is a video game.
Like, I'm not even saying that either player played wacky, and I don't think that one player got screwed over more than the other one. It was just Soul Calibur decided not to work that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well...
Alright, we decided to keep with the stage.
Just use one more game to eliminate the ace and go up against the captain.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice sidestep on the reversal edge. Gonna get the Shura Blade. He's powered up.
Asshole reversal edge, completely terrible. It's also important to note, Kashi has gone for a 3B up against the ring edge over and over again, and it's been blocked every single time.
Yep. Phone call. Oh my god, and he gets wrung out for trouble. Alright, cool. Alright. He's blocking. No, oh my god, what the hell? You just walked up to him and back through him?
Yeah, that was insane. I don't get like how that worked at all. It seemed like Mitsu didn't just decided to like look up at the sky and see how beautiful the sunset was.
Yeah, that was super weird.
Yeah. Now it's just all about that neutral. Goes for the Axlo. That is a very surprising choice to go with when you only have a little bit of life to go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like I don't really have a ton of moves though to like.
Oh, 1B. I think 1B would have been fine there, but that's just me. Ooh, not getting a punish on the -12. That's important for Joe to note that his 1A seems to be going unpunishable. You can kind of tell he's already thinking about going towards more spear.
Nice, good punish. Axe mix up. Oh, the combo drop.
That is a very gutsy reversal edge. It was a very desperate reversal edge because he needed to get a weapon, and Joe kind of throwing caution to the wind, a la Joe, and taking this to 1-1.
Yeah, just like that, comes right back.
But okay, what does Kashi need to do here? I guess he needs
what?
stuff like that. No, yeah, it totally makes sense.
Teleported and then ran the back in front of him.
Yeah, I don't, man, wow, he woke up back turn there, too. None of this makes sense. I don't understand what anything is.
Super weird, okay.
Where am I in life? Am I a fish?
Maybe.
Alright, well, he gets the first round. I'm having such a hard time understanding what's happening in this set. This has been one of the wackiest Parsec sets I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is actually a thing.
Again, not at fault of the players. It's just the game has decided that hitboxes don't exist and characters are operating in a different way than they traditionally do. Fantastic duck. He's definitely getting used to Joe's timing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been really good at blocking a lot of these lows.
Ends up getting splatted. Takes a little bit of a hit for his troubles. -12. Yeah, he doesn't feel bad about that.
Yeah, oh, okay. He gets clipped on his approach here. But it's okay. Reverse ledge not going to come through. And Joe now getting the Axlo. Trying to turn this one around. Slight lively for him. Has to get the weapon. It gets blocked, but he doesn't really have...
Yeah, without bar, it's like, what is he going to use as a punish? No, that's only -12, my dude! You have a punish there, Kashi! Alright, well, he ends up getting it, but gee whiz, I mean, Mitsu while raising K is pretty good. You could be using that to try and, like, punish something like 1A. I wonder if Joe's going to try to go for that and trying to save his captain from trying to fight the unbeatable Kashi. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He was so patient with
Nope.
that.
That is the most fantastic punish. Joe kind of throwing it away. A super de-duper wacky set there. And Kashi... I hate to be controversial here, because this has apparently turned into a thing during the Boom League, but is this an OCV?
It could be. Kashi, definitely a solid player. He took out Vesper earlier, another amazing Nightmare player.
Yeah.
Right, Stellar, also a Nightmare player. He's been playing some Huang recently.
Oh, no.
But I don't know if his Huang is ready and he's going to be using it in the Boom League.
I doubt it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, you know, the Nightmare is probably what we're going to be seeing, for sure. But yeah, Kashi, potential to OCV here again. There have been so many OCVs in this Boom League. It's been crazy.
Yeah, what is your stance on this whole OCV thing? Because there are certain players that have gone on a tizzy, if you don't mind my saying so, that because somebody won on the other side, then it's no longer an OCV. I feel like that is...
It's an OCV. One person beat everybody.
Yeah, I think that is a superficial, hollow... That means that the only way an OCV can happen is if it's done by one of the people who went first. Which I don't think makes sense.
You know, if someone dies on like CS:GO on your team, and then you kill everybody else on the enemy team, it's still called an ace.
You know what? That makes sense. That
Yeah.
totally makes sense to me.
It's still an ace. It's still an OCV.
Stellar is going to be button checking, just so Kwong knows. That will be the case. In fact, I should probably go and change this name. Stellar OF Stellar.
Stellar of Joe.
Stellar OF Joe. Yeah, Nightmare versus Mitsu. Something we've already seen so far today.
Yeah, different styles of Nightmares, though. I feel like Stellar's movement is very, very clean, if that makes sense. Like, it's the way he moves is very thought out. It's very...
Oh, no. Please tell me they don't switch sides. Please. Guys, I really want Kashi to be on first player. Please, Kashi. Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
That's good. Anytime they go to the main menu and they potentially throw it around, I'm just like, ugh.
Alright. Yeah, Stellar's movement is very clean. I think it's very solid. I like watching his movement, the way he moves. It's very, like, deliberate. It's with very, like, good purpose. It often rewards him. Different than what we saw with Vesper earlier as well. Like, he gets a lot of whiff punishes, I feel, when watching.
He plays a very conservative style, and it's a matter of, like, trying to understand. Like, I think Stellar, out of all the Nightmare players I know, is the most comfortable with the fact that the character doesn't really have mix-ups. He's not really like a mid-low mix-up guy, right? He's much more about pressure, which effectively turns it into a situation where the opponent in most places is going to get up and block. In fact, he's virtually forced to. And he gets a lot of grabs in that kind of way. Like, he is very... Like, you know how Aswell in Sword has no lows? And so a lot of people are just like, yeah, I'm just going to go from mid into mid into mid. It's like, well, you could just go for grabs. Because everybody's going to be stand blocking you forever.
Yeah, because they don't want to get, like, you know, hit by a 90 damage mid.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense on both sides. And it's just a matter of utilizing... I mean, this is the thing that I think Endress J is most known for. It's just that I have this 3B that is the most damaging 3B in the game. So... if that's the case, my opponent is just going to get up stand blocking every single time, and that's going to allow me for more grabs. It's just an additional layer of Yomi that you have to understand to be a top player in this game, in my opinion.
And Nightmare has amazing grabs. He's the best normal grab range in the entire game. His grabs got buffed. They do a decent amount of damage. I think they're like 50 damage, 55 damage.
Technically speaking, one of them rings out, so that's cool.
And they get good Oki off the other one.
Yeah. And of course, the Oki, as we said, doesn't necessarily grant him a mix-up, but it does provide him significantly more pressure than you typically would a different character. And you can kind of see what we're talking about, a very conservative playstyle, whiffing 4-4-A and making me look like a jerk for saying that.
Yeah, it was almost in range.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, nice. Gonna get the 6 speed into the Terror Charge proc, stomping on him on the ground. And look at, he's already getting him twitch ducking on these throws. He delays it perfectly, getting the run counter with the 2-2As.
Yeah, very concerned. Oh, wow, getting that tech crouch on the 6-6K. This is another thing that I remember thinking about Stellar when I was on his team during the last Buminati League, is that he is somebody that just simply throws 6-6K out there. And it makes sense, honestly, because it's like, what's the hardest that you're going to get hit? It's probably not going to be as hard as Nightmare's going to hit you, if he's right. And then it's going to be a tech crouch, too. So it's just like, wow, you just have to be worried about that all the time. Not to mention it's Mitsurugi. How does Mitsu step 6-6KK?
It has a hard time, for sure.
Oh, wow.
All like nice. Gonna get the Terror Charge proc here and pretty much evening it up on life. So basically like one hit and 2 hits. Refresh it.
Getting to full meter. I wonder if he's just going to use meter simply because. Oh no, Kashi, come on. You got to know that string's coming. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
He's dead to the mix. He's dead to the mix right now. If he does not tech back, then like where is Stellar going to go? Ooh, he just immediately goes.
Got up.
Oh, he ends up misspacing the AGA. If he loses, it's going to be because of his misspacings. Oh, speaking of misspacing, that sucks. Yeesha,
like,
yeesha.
Just a little too early on it. Okay, well, we take those trades.
Yeah, end up going for those small 2As. Frankly speaking, if Kashi ends up eating 2As, probably even he's okay with that.
I like his use of A-Slide B as well. You know, you don't see a ton of Nightmare players using that move. It's definitely really solid.
Yeah, just like in neutral. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, an okay punish for 3AA. I feel like Missy can get more. I might be wrong.
Minus 20, minus 22?
Yeah. Oh, he's dead. Remember how we said that
no, he's not.
once he gets an opportunity to do that execution on the Relic A, he was going to get it? He didn't get it there.
Yeah, I know.
So, we're... And unfortunately, this is kind of a big deal because Stellar has had 2 bars for, I swear, like the past like 3 rounds. And he just lost a bar because he just lost the second round as well. I just really feel like he should be spending meter at this point, yeah. And now what do you do with it? Oh no, my dude.
The throw gets lethal hit for his trouble.
Oh, he was dead! He was dead! He was dead to a CE. Ends up getting a jump A. There's no way in the world that's what Stellar wanted. So unfortunately, a little bit of a choke in the end of that round. But yeah, Stellar having a real tough time figuring out the range that he wants to work at. Again, I'd be willing to bet he is not used to a Mitsu player making it so difficult to try and get in on him. So that is probably pretty difficult. And it's also that Kashi in the middle of that game just remembered that Mitsu 1A was doing wonders for his match against Vesper. And now Stellar's like, oh no, he remembered.
Ooh, he gets him on the counter hit. The low gonna break right through that armor, but Twitch docking into that 3B, doing like, what, 65, 70 damage almost?
Catch that 2-2K. That's how Kashi tried to end the game last time, too. And the 2-2As, that is the second time in a row that Stellar has been caught trying to do a 2-2A and just being caught counter hit. He's just having a real tough time understanding like what the ranges are that he wants. Yeah, not really going to have to deal with a punish there. But again, Kashi's conservative playstyle and just having like this quintessential clutch movement is creating so many whiff punish opportunities, even against a longer range character. Very impressive.
Trying to control his base with these 2-2As, but he's not really getting much off of them, right? Kind of got a couple counter hits on it in the first game, but right now... Okay. Alright, you know what? Forget what I'm saying. Maybe he's conditioning him to try and stab. Oh my god! He's alive, but he's dead.
That's kind of scary off of that 2K. If he had blocked that, or 1K, if Mitsu had blocked that, couldn't he have CE'd and potentially killed?
Yes.
Yeah, so scary stuff. And running into that stance stuff yet again.
Ooh, okay, disrespecting his minus frames. Gets the terror charge back.
Oh,
what the hell
that
was
retracking is pretty consistent, honestly. I really feel like Stellar should have known to keep a little bit more conservative about his timing because he enlarged his hurt box there. But yeah, oh no, another guy not breaking back. That's not going to kill. Going to be awfully close. Not getting his whiff punish.
Not on point on these whiff punishes either.
I really feel like you should spend bar again because you are just about. Yes, I agree with this. Okay. Even if it doesn't work, I agree with this.
Okay, he didn't pull the trigger on it. I like his patience there, staying the -2.
Nice, he ends up getting it. The 6 is KK. So that is the first time that Stellar's been able to win out the day in regards to dealing with Kashi's conservative playstyle when Nightmare is in the lead.
And nice, spacing out those 1As now. Right? He's doing less AGA, which I like. There we go. Oh, yeah, the button. Yeah, the button. Okay. Every time I see like a big whiff and a Nightmare player has terror charge and they don't like do the drill, I'm like,
yeah. He ended up not getting it on the B-side A too, but he ends up just smashing into him with the 6K. Like I said, Stellar, one of the few Nightmare players I find does that more often than not. We're going into an RI, gets his 236B charge. He doesn't have meter anymore. He could spend it if he wants to, but he's not going to get a chance to. The captain taking a game against Kashi. How many people have you seen take a game against Kashi? Have they all gone to like 2-1? Because Joe definitely did.
Joe did. I think he got some couple 2-0s. He
okay.
2-0'd Vesper and Deoden, I think.
Yeah, okay. But as time has gone on, we end up... Oh, wow, he gets a back grab there? How unfair.
Yeah. Get that witch hunt.
Such a determined step duck, like, step, duck, step, duck. I thought that was really funny.
Nice, gets that 3B. I think that's back turned as well, so getting huge damage off that combo. And he's gonna win it out here.
Jeez. That's some rough stuff. Losing hard on like your first, on your own reversal edge, that really kind of stinks. You don't even have the meter advantage because Nightmare got one hit on you. Oh,
yeah, oh my god, catches that Twitch dog.
If I'm Stellar, I'm thinking I want to use my meter as soon as possible, which he did. And then, yeah, he's just going to build even more meter. He tends to be conservative with his meter in this kind of a situation, but I feel like you could be aggressive with it, especially now. Try and deal with, like, this potential burst. Goes into... Oh, no. I think 2-2A would have killed there. I think it would have rung out and killed.
Yeah, he could have aligned it. No, he didn't get the AG, but it's okay.
Yeah, he's dead.
You think he intended that? He definitely intended that back grab. Like, he went for it. Yeah, that's crazy. Nice. I like it.
It's good stuff. Wow.
What?
How did you do that? How was that
I
even...
know he sidestepped, but like weird.
I don't know, man. It really seemed like a pixel-perfect sidestep. That's the kind of thing that's been so tough for Stellar's team to try and figure. Wow, I think he's dead,
no,
right?
he didn't get
Yeah, he got it.
You got it. Okay, nice.
Yeah, he wasn't able to... I mean, the actual just straight-up raw cancel out of that is very difficult to get out of in time. Lots of damage coming.
Stellar feeling way more comfortable right now.
This is what we were talking about. He finally got warm. And so Kashi's dealing with a warm opponent on top. Oh, he doesn't get his sidestep. Nightmare sidestep, the worst in the game, and he ends up dying for it.
Yeah, it's not as a sidestep necessarily like slow. It's just he's so wide.
Yeah.
I think he is like the widest character in the game.
He's the only character, as far as I know, that is unable to step Cervantes' BBB on block. Oh, you're dead. No,
Oh,
he
now you get hit.
ate the
Smartly
first
gets
hit so he could get his
Smartly
own
gets
reverse ring out. How did he do that? What a man. What a
he took
mighty
the hit.
good man.
Yeah, he took the hit. He took the hit.
Yeah. Wow, that's so smart. And your reward is that you have to deal one more round of infinite Nightmare Terror Charge.
Well, he's taken down right now though.
10.
Nice. Side grab.
Well, see, this is the thing about Nightmare, is that once the Soul Charge ends, he's still in Soul Charge.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
There we go.
Cash is out on a huge life lead right now, but Kashi still has a bar of meter. He can still make this comeback. He can't get hit at all. But Mitsu Soul Charge so volatile, but the 6BB perfectly placed.
Is Stellar gonna do this? Is Stellar gonna be able to rattle off so many wins to try and bring his team back from the brink? We will
Stellar
see.
can do it. I believe that Stellar can do it. You know, definitely a super solid player. He's made some pretty good placements in his career in Soul Calibur, and you know, taking down Kashi is no small feat. Right? Kashi is definitely a super strong player, so definitely can make this comeback. Now it's gonna be hard,
It's gonna be very difficult, yeah.
right? You know, because Kwang's team is also like super good.
Okay, do you want a hint as to who the next person on Cthulhu's team is?
Well, it'd have to be A-Way, right?
That's my hint.
Is
You
it
were
8-Way?
You get to run the chocolate factory.
What?
You won, yeah.
You're Willy Wonka?
No, you are.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Oh, shit.
All kinds of stuff going on right now.
Oh, damn, I'm picking up what
Yeah.
you're putting down.
It's us.
Yeah, I got the... Oh, okay. We're both Willy Wonka.
No, you are.
Are you like the... Are you... Which one are you? Are you
I'm
like
Willy
the Gene
Wonka.
Wild? Okay, like, are you like the... You know, are you the
Like
Johnny
the one
Depp
from
one?
the chocolate factory.
Yeah, like the... Are you the Johnny Depp
He's got
one,
like a
or
top
you-
hat.
Yeah, but are you the Johnny Depp
He's a white
one?
guy.
Or like the Gene Wilder?
He's got the hair.
Gene Wilder? Was he the other one?
I really feel like I gave you a ton of hints as to which one I am. In fact, I told you, I'm Willy Wonka.
Okay, played by which actor?
What's the problem?
Played by which actor?
Willy Wonka from the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah, the original one is Willy Wonka. The Chocolate Factory.
Yes,
The other one is Charlie
that's
Day.
what I
There we
said.
go. Yeah, okay, yeah, so Gene Wilder, okay.
This is a button check. Nobody get blown away by the fact that Cervantes was picked. I feel like Cervantes is actually a really good pick against Nightmare, but I don't get the impression that 8-Way is the kind of person who will do that kind of thing.
I mean,
Just
also
using
like,
it
you know,
for like dread charge execution checks. For Cookie is not going to play.
Get those 2-3-6s. Yeah, he's just giving Stellar ABA just for him.
This is what we were talking about before, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna see the Tira though coming out from anyway.
I'm going to bet, just to be different, that it's going to be Nina. No, it's going to be Gro. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna
I was right.
It was Gro the last time he played against a Nightmare player. I honestly, like, there's no point in trying to guess against 8-Way because, like, he just picks whomever he wants.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta be picking different characters.
So okay, Tira
Yeah.
against Nightmare. I think like literally the only move that Tira in Jolly has that beats armor is 3B.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's literally it, but you got like a ton of like teeny tiny eensy weensy pokes, and Nightmare is forced to go in against you. So it's gonna be a matter, okay, Nightmare is forced to stab you in the chest. Ooh, oh, he doesn't get a wall. I think that's what he expected to have happen. But okay, here we go with Gloomy. Just errant 3Bs, I don't know if that's gonna be enough to beat Stellar, it might.
Away also wins the reverse mix-up on the Flapjack there. Nice blocking the mix on the stance switch, 50-50, and Stellar gonna get it. But yeah, Away techs the back grab against the ring edge there. I mean, he died either way,
Yeah.
so like,
Some pretty intense stuff.
yeah, I definitely respect his choice. Still loses the round, but definitely.
He also got 3 stance changes, and he got to start the round in Gloomy, which is always kind of like what you're hoping for. So that's nice. But kind of losing out in this round as well. So he's really going to need to come up with something. Stellar is unable to get like the full punish.
Yeah, he's been a little late on like 2. I saw like earlier, you know, 8-way
Yeah.
whiff, and he looked like he hesitated just a second, and that's going to be the whiff punish. Nightmare's AGA having a lot more whiff recovery than his less evil counterpart, Siegfried.
It was just like A-Way just hella just like hard red duck and just stood there. Very similar to what Stellar tried to do there, but it ended up failing.
Yeah.
But okay, more Gloomy. Man, he has stayed in Gloomy for longer than the entire time I played Tira.
I feel like 8-way is really good at maintaining.
Yeah, you can tell that
like
he's choosing specific combos to ensure that he doesn't allow himself to aggressively go back into Jolly. But
Yeah.
obviously, you only get to do that so many times before you're forced.
Yeah.
Huge meter disadvantage here. Doesn't get a stance change. That sucks. Hopping away, pushing out, 60B, getting the wall hit, and that's gonna do it. Wow. In Jolly, getting a wall combo that actually kills, very impressive.
He just runs up, gets 160. Yeah, I guess he kind of ran up and done Flapjack a couple times, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Trying to bull rush in with that terror charge.
Yeah, it'd be huge damage if you could. Like, I mean, like he still took like a ton of damage in chip there. It's like almost
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what, 10, 15 damage from chip.
And it's so scary, even on Parsec, it's so scary to try and just guard every single one of them because, you know, if you're wrong, you just eat like all that damage. I feel like that's
Did you get it?
Nah, that's too...
No.
Yeah, he did it too early and it was too late. But he gets a huge amount of hits here. Another slight sidestep, another full committal sidestep is going to give Stellar this next round, assuming... Yeah, okay. And A-Way had to start in Jolly, but he is 1 away. He could spend it on CE, he could spend it on Soul Attack, and then he's in the dreadful Coda. That is not what he wanted.
Oh, Stellar's been just so late on so many of these whiff punishes, dude. Like AGA something, my guy.
Did you see him try to do the AGA there, and he just kind of ended up just like fluttering about a little bit? I mean,
He
he's
did
still
that
winning.
Zweihander player.
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Guard flutter.
Oh man, he's not dead yet, but there's a chance for him to go into. He does not get it. He also doesn't have any meter, so Nightmare is in a little bit of a sticky wicket. Now he can soul charge, and he. Oh, it didn't combo. Okay, both players are dead to 1 hit right here.
Yeah,
What are you
anything
going
if
to
he gets
do?
a good starter.
No.
But he changed his down.
3A,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Too big. I'm afraid you are going to be unable to backstep in a situation like that. A little bit too easy to spot from 8-Way's perspective.
Okay, wait, up for 1 game right now. Definitely Stellar. If
Oh, well.
Stellar just tightened it up just a little bit on some of those whiff punishes,
I mean,
that could have been a different game.
Yeah, 1-6 is KK, and the whole game's over.
Yeah. Like, there were so many opportunities where 8-Way would whiff, and Stellar would just hesitate, and then just get nothing.
Yeah. Like, very, very similar to what the Beatles said, but all you need is one.
Yep.
Teeny tiny hits. Once again, this is one of the things that I think 8-Way had a real tough time with in the beginning of the game. It's just like, he really wants to see, he seemingly wants to take as little time in Jolly as possible. So he ends up getting only 1 stance change here, but he does have the lethal hit ratcheted up because he does get to start in Gloomy.
Yeah, you always have to keep in mind that lethal hit. Yeah, there. Okay, now you're fine.
Yeah, now
Nice.
you're fine. So you kind of allow Tira to just kind of like get her run of the mill at the very beginning. Fantastic step duck.
It's almost like fine if she goes for the stance change. Okay. Nice. Getting these throws as well. That's what you were mentioning earlier. Doesn't really have a load of pressure with. There's the whiff punish.
That's the kind of thing. And that's, again, a very tricky whiff punish to get, because second hit of 6BB from Tira and Jolly has all kinds of hitboxes every which way. Very difficult to deal with.
There's no counter hits with the 3AA.
8-Way getting a little bit desperate here. No stance changes and kind of like throwing moves out. Caution to the wind. Rolling forward, I don't know so much. Yeah, Stellar kind of like smelling blood in the water. And a quintessential good player when they smell blood in the water is they back up. There we go. That was fast.
Yeah, the Knight behind stance A as well, gonna clip him out, and just like, yeah, as I mentioned, Stellar coming all the way back. Potentially. 3 rounds straight.
1-1. Thinking about switching the stage. I always like people who hover over random stage until they can collect themselves and try to figure out. Obviously, he could have gone with a variety of other characters. I think Nightmare, I think Grow is particularly good against Nightmare, so I'm kind of surprised we didn't go with that. But we ended up getting like a relatively small stage. Honestly, both these characters like to back up and stuff, and backing up and being patient is how Stellar won the last game, so this is probably an advantage for 8-Way.
Yeah.
Just run up grab, okay.
Ooh, he calls him out on not completing the string.
Ooh, I like the hop away to try and get out of there. Gets a parry. Not a huge amount of damage, but you want to talk about a huge amount of damage. We're not seeing it off of that wall hit for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just
Oh
man,
my
just
god.
jamming
Here's the huge amount of damage, Jay.
Jamming it.
Ooh, refresh.
That's real Soviet damage. Immediate hard sidestep makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and
Jeez,
he's dead.
dude. He's dead. Restance he just gets to start in Gloomy, but man oh man. Having a rough go of it right now. Alright. Jeez,
Okay.
just immediately just bulldogging him and just running a train on Stellar's Nightmare at the moment.
That was basically a Tira perfect. I think he only took like self-damage.
Yeah. Now he's playing it a little bit more conservatively. We're just kind of doing with like small pokes, very similar to what Kashi was trying to pull off, where it's just like both players just head up into each other's faces, and you know the person playing against Nightmare just goes with their traditional 2-way because Nightmare's gonna have a tough time competing with that.
Okay, Stellar though, trying to make a comeback happen in this round. Unfortunately, not going to get that throw connecting. And, oh, that was almost
Wait,
huge.
what?
He's gonna,
Oh,
wow.
I didn't know you get the full thing on a trade. That seems unfair. He's gonna lose this round.
Yeah. That's cheap, dude.
Yeah, on a trade. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. What a read. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not going to get a stance change, that's worthy of a taunt. He is 1 round away. He is half a bar of life away from ending this team battle.
Yeah, but they now Stellar powered up Insult Charge. Nice tech from 8-Way. Catching him out again. But speaking of getting caught out, 8-Way going to catch him on that one. Not quite enough to kill. But just needs one.
No punish!
Oh, dude!
That was Six's cake. That was anything. There was anything in the whole wide world of sports.
Yup.
Oh, another hard
too
sidestep.
predictable.
That is the 4th
Alright.
or 5th time that 8-Way ended up going with a hard sidestep against the wall. Made sense every single time. Gave him a huge amount of damage, especially in that round. Huge amount of damage every single time, and very smart stuff from 8-Way, taking it for his team. Special shoutouts to Kashi for doing the legwork for that team. I'm not going to be one of those people who ends up. I don't have access to the team chat, so I can't do any of the interviews or anything like that. But kudos to the players. Everybody played really well. Okay, Zubaz, thanks again very much for joining me. Is there anything you want to say before we end up going through the raid?
Yeah, don't follow me on Twitter, and you guys should, if you're looking to level up your game, you should check out Jay on Metafy.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my raid! What happened to my raid?
Oh yeah, also make sure to leave the raid once you get in, and then refresh so Ramon gets the viewers. Or Rakudo
It's Rakudo, but yeah.
Or yeah.
That is true. It does not count towards his... it will not count towards his viewership if you just go into it like that, but... in any case, thanks very much for having me, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks very much.
Later.